I actually, in the end, I thought Hill won it.
So did I.
Okay. I gave Angela Hill the first 2 rounds.
Yep. And I
thought that was pretty clear that she got those 2 rounds.
Yep.
And then Michelle Waterson came on and she took the 2 rounds, similar to the Archuleta versus mixed fight. Michelle figured out the distance and what she needed to do, closed it up a little bit, and that changed things for it. But then in the 5th round, I thought Angela had more volume, actually landed the better shots.
Yeah.
And I thought she won that fight. I really thought that in the end, I was surprised that the judges went with Waterson. I thought it was the 5th round, I would say, was the closest round, if you want to say. It was tight. It was tight.
Yeah.
And so it's not like it's a robbery, but if you're Angela Hill, it's a robbery. But I thought Angie won it. I thought Angie put on a great performance. I thought Michelle fought her ass off. She was great too. But the 5th round, go back and watch it. I thought the volume, as far as meaning volume, the shots that landed, Angie landed more shots, cleaner shots, the ones that actually were hitting the targets that you give credit to. And then it was also, I think she had the more powerful shots overall. There was a couple shots that Michelle landed that were good, but in that 5th round, I really thought Angie got it. So
I thought that I'm only going to talk really about the 5th round because the first 2 was very clear, is very evident.
Yeah, I agree.
But I will say this.
Well, obviously it wasn't evident because one of the judges, Sal D'Amato, gave it 49-46 to Michelle Waterson. He only gave 1 round to Angie Hill. I was like, I don't know what fight you were watching. There must have been something in front of.
I don't know. It seemed like it was very clear, like she won the first
I thought
2.
so. But sometimes, when you're in that seat, that's what you see.
The only reason why she fell a little bit into the Jose Aldo in the 4th and 5th, or the 3rd and 4th rounds.
3rd and 4th. Yeah.
She just walked forward, and she a little bit what Patchy did. Patchy mixed, just walked forward, but wasn't really throwing anything. And when Michelle Waterson would land, she'd get out and away before she could land something. So then in the 5th round, she started walking and throwing as she was walking in, and she had a lot more success. I feel like Michelle Waterson landed a little bit more, like I'm talking maybe like 3 or 4 more punches, 5 more punches than Angela Hill in the 5th, but they didn't have the effect, anywhere near the effect that Angela Hill's punches and kicks had in the 5th round. That's the reason why I gave it. I was like, look, she's landing. They're close in punch stats, but Angela Hill had the harder punches, and I feel like there seemed like a couple times Michelle Waterson, and especially at the very end when they closed the round, she took a lot of the bigger shots in that last 10-second exchange. And I was like, even if the round was close, that to me as a judge would have won me over, because those were the harder shots also towards the end. But she had landed the harder shots throughout the whole round.
Yeah,
so,
I go off the whole round. That last 10 seconds, you knock them on their ass. That's the difference, man. But
I get you. But when it was that close,
I actually thought Angela had the better volume in that round. I really did. I remember. I thought they did put up a punch stat.
Did they?
I never look at it, so I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I didn't,
because I hate those things. But maybe it was Michelle, but I actually thought Angela did as I was watching.
Bottom line is, I tip my hat to both of them. They fought their asses off.
They did. It was a good fight.
And the other thing is, well, it was only supposed to be a 3-round fight, and then when they accepted to do a 5-round fight, you guys are leading the way in the example of what some of these other fighters won't fucking do. Yep. And I'm not a fan of the 5-round fights, but I'm glad that you ladies decided to step up and say, no, you guys want the main events to be 5 rounds. Guess what? We're fucking ready.
We'll give you a main event.
Yeah,
and they did.
And they did. They gave them a great main event.
100% agree. Okay.